I'm ready. It's going to be good. Going to be a good one today, Marvin. You got that clip ready? Are you scared of aliens? Yeah, I figured you might be. All right. Good afternoon. I'm Steve S.H. Walters reporting for Breaking News 500 here in Vero Beach, Florida. Today's topic is aliens, UFOs, flying saucers. Well, we'll kind of wrap this whole thing up. Do you believe in that stuff? Do you think it exists? Do you think they're already here on Earth? Well, these are some of the things we're going to talk about today and touch on some subjects. Now, this brings us to 1947 in Roswell, New Mexico. Apparently, there was a flying saucer or a spaceship that crashed out there, and there was 3 dead aliens on board. Now, the U.S. government tried to keep this from the public, and they hustled off the spaceship and the dead aliens to a special location out in Nevada, which is known as Area 51. Now, this brings us to Robert Lazar, who worked out there close by Area 51 at a special site called S4. Now, Robert Lazar, he's a smart man, intelligent man, a scientist, and he came out with a bunch of interviews about what's really going on out there about these aliens and the spaceship. And he's claiming that the U.S. government was basically keeping this information from us, and they're out there studying and researching these aliens and spaceship and aircraft and what have you. Now you got to ask yourself, is Robert Lazar saying all this stuff for his 15 minutes of fame? He wants to be noticed, he wants to be talked about, let's get the 15 minutes of fame. Or is he really telling the truth? Is he really giving his experiences to us? Is he really trying to say, look, the U.S. government is hiding things from us and we have a right to know? And I'm going to tell you what's going on because I've experienced it, I've seen it, I've been there. Is that what's going on here with Robert Lazar? Or again, is it 15 minutes of fame? Well, you have to make your own decision on that. Watch his interviews. You have to go to YouTube or type in his name and see what information comes out and do your own research and come to your own conclusion. Is he telling the truth or is he not telling the truth? Do you think he's credible? That's really the question with Robert Lazar. Now, we have a clip of an alien. Oh, yes, folks, of an alien. Now, if you know me by now, I'm going to bring you a good clip. This is a pretty interesting clip. Well, we'll let you take a look at it and see what you think. Marvin, are you ready with the clip? He's ready with the clip today. You're worried about these aliens? He's going like this. See, if he sees one, he'd be worried. But until he sees one, he's not worried. I don't blame you, Marvin. All right, Marvin, roll the clip. Well, what do you think about that clip? Do you believe that was a real alien? You know, sitting there kind of looking this way, slowly looking that way? I'll say this, that's something the police or the government would do to somebody. They put a profile of you. They want to photograph you. They want to do all this professional document. We'll document this. We'll document that. That part sounds like something the government would do. But if it's a real alien or not, who knows? I don't know. What do you think? You got to remember, it was way back in time. Look at the camera they used, an old black and white camera. Now, all this technology we have today. Now, that's something that tells me that there is intelligent alien life form out there, or somebody that's helped us. Because I don't believe, you know, when I was a kid, we had in LA, we had 7 channels on TV. We had 2, 4, 5, 7, 9, 11, 13. We had 7 channels. There was always something good on, but we had 7 channels. And back then we had a black and white TV. A lot of times the lines on the TV would be running up and down, you know. We go from 7 channels, black and white TV, problems with the TV, to all this technology we have today in a short period of time. And to have a cell phone that can email people across the country or the world, text people, we can watch videos, we can make videos, we can do all these things with it. I don't think we had that intelligence. How did we get it so quickly? I think we had help. Whether it was alien help or some other type of help, we had help. Now there's a lot of intelligent people here on this world. I just can't believe within 20, 30 years, we've gone that fast, that quickly, but everybody accepts it. How did we get here? Now, some great technology. That's just my thoughts on it. Now, I'm going to give you an abduction story. Supposedly it's a true story, the Betty and Barney Hill story. Well, this is them here, Betty and Barney Hill. And this happened in September 19th, 1961, in Lancaster, New Hampshire. And they're driving along, and Betty has her binoculars, you can see far distance, and she sees like this star in the car they're driving, and she sees the star coming closer and closer to her. And she's getting a little worried, but she's got really curious about it. So Barney pulls over, gets out of the car, and gets the binoculars out, and he's looking at it, and it keeps coming closer and closer. Well, all of a sudden, Barney sees it's a spaceship, and there's people in there, or aliens in there. And they're looking at him, and he's looking at them, and they're looking at him, and he's looking at them, and now he's getting worried. Now he can't make common sense of this. So he decides, let's get the heck out of here. Gets back in the car, and they drive off. They go about 30 miles, and this spaceship is following them. And they're really getting scared and nervous. They don't know what to make of all this. Then all of a sudden, there's a roadblock ahead. And they get out of the car because of the roadblock, and it's the aliens and the spaceship. And they're abducted. And they're doing tests. Now, Betty, in her own words, said she was on like a table in the spaceship. And they had this long needle, and they were going to probe her in her navel. She didn't want it to happen. She was crying and upset, and who could blame her? And she said, it's going to hurt, it's going to hurt. And they said, no, it's not going to hurt. It's a simple test, And they did it. And she's crying, it hurt, But they were released. And back, where they were at. But who knows if they had this experience or not? Is it really true? The Betty and Barney Hill abduction. And back then they came out with it to news reporters and TV. And back then people really didn't believe it. We're talking 1961. Today, you'd have a lot more people on their side believing them. So who knows if it really happened or not? There's a lot of information about them out there on the internet. Videos on YouTube, what have you. Go check them out. See if you believe them. They were hardworking people. They were credible people. They didn't have a criminal record or anything. I mean, why would they make this stuff up? 15 minutes of fame? Maybe they want their 15 minutes of fame back in 1961. Who knows? That's for you to decide. Personally, I believe Robert Lazar is credible, and I believe they're credible. Why would they lie? I believe them. And I believe there's aliens out there, another life form. I don't know, to what degree. I've never seen an alien. I've never seen a spaceship. Marvin, have you ever seen an alien? He shakes his head, no. Spaceship, no. You believe in them? Yes. He just doesn't want to see them. Okay, I go with that. What do you think, folks? Are they out there? Do you believe in them? You think we came with all this technology that was mentioned earlier on our own? You think that we're the only ones out there in this big universe of planets and stars and moons and suns and whatever else is out there? We're the only ones. We're so special. Oh, we're so special. Yeah, we're the only ones out there. There's no one else out there, just us. I don't believe that. Now, maybe our egos tell us, well, we're the best life form out there of the whole groups of them. I don't believe that either. What do you believe? Put it down in the comments. I'd love to hear it. Have you had experience with aliens? Have you been abducted? Do you believe in them? Do you don't believe them? Do you think we're so smart that all this great technology we have, we did it all on our own without any help? Put it all out there. If you agree with me, that's fine. If you don't agree with me, that's fine too. This is just putting some out there for you to think about, give you some information, and for you to take it from there. Do your own research. Well, I hope you've enjoyed this report. I'm Steve S.H. Walters reporting for Breaking News 500 here in Vero Beach, Florida. Have a great day.